I'm Daemonxel, and it's time for your Eve Echoes Weekly News Brief, where we take a quick look at some of the big stories of the week before we head to the weekend. But as always, before we begin, if you can tag that subscribe button and ring that bell, you too can stay up to date with everything that this channel has to offer. Now, the devs have heard your feedback about this current event, the Egg Hunt, and they've taken it to heart, like always, and they plan on future events being more community friendly. With that said, I'm getting some preliminary information about an upcoming event called the Culling. Now, this is going to be a PvP based event centered around random structures out in Null and Lowsec. Every time you participate in one of the kill mills of these structures, you will be issued a new item called Sancha Scrap Metal. Same goes for any fighting around the area of these structures. Any pod kill you get will also net you some of this Sancha Scrap Metal. Now, at the end of the event, you will be turning in this scrap metal for limited edition skins and ships. Now, to score these Sancha scrap metal parts, you will actually need to equip special weaponry on your ships. Now, to get this weaponry, you will have to fly to the Museum Arcana and use a new currency being introduced into the game called EEP, or Eve Echoes Plex. Now, unfortunately, the only way to get EEP currency is with AUR currency. However, it's shaping up to look like a great event, and we're going to get more details as time progresses. Now, looking ahead, there's going to be, in August, the new Arena mode, and they've announced a new crossover event with Raid Shadow Legends. That's right, in this new Arena mode, with the crossover event, you are going to get limited edition Raid Shadow Legends skins for your ships. Also, Joseph, the community manager, has come clean, letting us all know that he actually is, in fact, Siri from Jita. As we look towards the ever-changing political landscape of Null, the Grand War against the Southern Coalition has actually been decided and ended. This all came together as heads of the alliances got together and played a striking round of Among Us. However, True Beast mistakenly thought it was a League of Legends game, and unfortunately he was the first to go. And speaking of the Silent Federation, with more and more corporations flocking to their banner, they've decided to rebrand themselves as Quiet Adults Speaking. We've also learned of an elaborate plot that started months back with the faux fall of the Terran Federation. Apparently, it was all a massive hoax, with each corporation infecting all other alliances throughout the game to make all the alliances Terran Federation. That's right, the heads of each of those corps within the Terran Federation went out and joined not only the Silent, but Genesis, Pantheon, the QC, the Golden Horde, and thus they are enacting their massive plan to bring down everyone. A whistleblower in Honk came forward to announce that actually there's only 3 players in Eve Echoes, that being Slappy, Badran, and Zippy. The rest are actually off playing other games. As the War in the South wraps up, Genesis has announced that they will now be becoming a full-on industrial alliance, with Currency stepping down and becoming somewhat of a therapist, counselor for all their members. His years of sensitivity training will now be put to good work. And unfortunately, our last story of the day, this channel will see its last broadcast as we move away from Eve Echoes and dive into the competitive world of Candy Crush. That's right, 1 part puzzle, 2 parts Ninja Warrior. And that's it for me for this week. Be sure to tune in next week, and if you haven't already guessed, this is all bullshit. Happy April Fool's Day. I'll see you this week with a true Eve Echoes weekly news update. And until then, remember, we're always one vision, one purpose, one front. Have a great night.